south, then turn right.
All right, everyone, it's playoff time here.
Then turn right.
Yeah. This is the wild card, the Big Ten dashing wild card playoffs. We got Michigan going right now. We got for first order. We're going from 4 to 6. They got their first order of $5 McDonald's. So let's see where they go today here. All right, so let's go ahead and start this first battle. All right, let's see. Oh, let's turn right here. Okay. All right, welcome in. All right. Make sure this is the right way. I think they're telling me to. Yep.
Turn left onto West 16th Street. Drive north on North Main Street, State Route 3. Then, in a quarter mile, turn left onto North Flat Rock River Drive.
Okay.
Drive west, then turn right onto North Main Street.
All right, yeah, it's already starting to get
Turn
a little.
right onto West 16th Street.
All right.
Drive east. Then, in 500
All right, here we
feet,
go.
Turn left onto North Main Street. Turn right onto West 16th Street.
All right, here we go.
Continue for a half mile.
Yeah, it's already starting to confuse me here. It's been a while since I've been here, but I've never gone this way before. Well, welcome in, guys. Let's do, here we are at the battle. Michigan starting off with a $5 McDonald's here. Welcome back to Rushville. Here we are in Rushville, guys. It's been a while since I've been here, but I'm ready for the playoffs. Also a big night tonight too. Indiana is playing Miami in the bowl, so we're kind of doing two things at once. Only thing is, I'd love to be listening to the radio, but unfortunately I can't because I'm doing this here, and I would be doing a violation on YouTube, and I don't want to do that. Hey, Foster Purdue, welcome in. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, we're in the wild card battle right now between Michigan and USC, battling to get into the Elite Eight. So Michigan's already starting with a $5 McDonald's. We're 20 minutes into the dash. Each team gets 2 hours. We both have DoorDash and Uber on, so remember with DoorDash, it's all orders accepted, and hopefully we'll see if we can get a dirty stack. Any dirty stack is added 30 minutes to the time, because it's very hard to get a dirty stack in Rushville because there's not too many Ubers here. Okay, this is the first time I've been down here. It's the first time I've been down on this street ever here in Rushville, and I've been Rushville, I would say about maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 times.
Continue for a half mile.
But the fun part of it right now is this is the play we do the playoffs, the wild card playoffs, that is. And if you didn't see the post shows the rules of what the Rushville playoffs are, everything that's involved. So if you haven't checked those rules out, go ahead and check those rules out, and you'll see exactly what we do here during the Rushville playoffs. Each team has 2 hours, and after the 2 hours, then they add to their score. The goal is, especially for these bottom seeds, they want to try to continue behind teams so they can continue, because they got a long way to go to catch Purdue at 195. Boy, they're really having me go a long way on this. Protest? Hey, what do you mean protest? These guys are at the very bottom, Indy. They're at the bottom. If you see the rules, the rules are getting pretty hefty. Like I said, 2 teams out. Yeah.
Turn right to stay on North Spencer Street.
But yeah. And you're still the number 1 seed, so the only ones I would be concerned about, Indy, would be the Illinois, Indiana.
Turn left onto West.
I think everybody else, as far as Rushville is concerned, I think everybody else is pretty much behind you. Hey, friend, welcome in. The Illinois Indiana battle is the one I think that that Indy should be most concerned about. I don't think Maryland and Penn State are going to get close enough. I don't think, especially here. So, because this is just a real small town, and not much happens here. But maybe something might happen tonight because of what's going on in Bloomington. So,
USA will be on the left.
yeah, well, not in Bloomington, but I mean that involves Bloomington with
826 West 8th Street, Rushville,
Okay.
Indiana 46173. USA is on the left.
Contactless delivery.
All right.
Call customer and arrange drop-off location.
Okay, let's take up this $5. Let's get Michigan started here. All right, let's go. Turning out with a good old contactless delivery. Yeah. Oh, always love those. Yeah. See, who is it? Let's see. Yeah, the comment was removed. Hey, Foster. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's why I got Fran in blue there. She's one of my moderators that takes care of the chat while I'm doing deliveries. So, and by the way, Foster, since you see her in blue, check her channel out. Yeah, she's got a very good channel. She's from Phoenix, and you have a lot of fun watching her. Watching her dash. So yeah, Foster, check her out, please, if you would. I'd appreciate that. She's got an excellent channel and a very good community that watches with her. We would love to have you as a part of our community. So if you would like to do that, then I certainly invite you, because anyone that's in blue, my moderators, they have my seal of approval. If they have my seal of approval, that means they are an excellent channel to watch, and you will not be disappointed. So, yep. Wind chill here, -3. Yeah, I said, it's 15 degrees right now where I'm at. Yeah. But I mean, you would think it wouldn't be that way with the nice bright sunshine we got here, but it is. anyway, yeah. Let's see. There's Dax. Welcome, Dax. Welcome in. Yeah. Yeah. Foster does another good channel, Dax Anderson. Yeah, he's one of those pro wrestlers. I don't think he does it anymore, but he certainly was in that community. If you're ever into pro wrestling, well, that's a channel to check out. He could talk that with you all day. So that's another great channel to check out. So, like I said, any of these channels that that are on here that I certainly, if they have my seal of approval, and if they have my seal of approval, they are definitely channels to watch. So, yep. Oh man, it's nice to be somewhere else. You guys can see Rushville again. It's different here. It's very quiet. It's a very small town, and like I said, it may not seem like a whole lot happens here. That's one of the reasons why I dash here, because even though one of the reasons why I came here is because there may not be a whole lot that happens here, especially on a Monday night, but you'd be surprised. I've made $40 here once in Rushville, so you just never know. And now with Uber, who knows? I've never had an Uber order here yet, so but maybe I'll get one now. There's like 2 or 3 places here that do Uber. And like I said before, any dirty stack, with DoorDash and Uber, any successful dirty stack adds 30 minutes to to the time. So, yep. All right, you'll be back. See, all right. Well, you're welcome to come back anytime, Foster. I appreciate it. All right, let's go see if we can wait for a few more orders here. I know it's a little early, but see, that's the disadvantage. The disadvantage, because we go from 4 to 8 here, and the disadvantage for those teams that are on the left side, they have the disadvantage because they're going at a time that's least likely to get orders. And then the team that's on the right is the one that has the most chance of getting orders, but you never know. You never know. Anything can happen. The whole entire goal for this whole thing is for these teams to keep tying other teams so they can continue. So that's what happened with Minnesota last year. They tied like 2 or 3 times and finally ended up getting to the championship match against Indiana, to which Indiana beat them by 20 some odd points. So yeah, you had to throw something away. Okay. Yep. After everything is said and done, where the Elite Eight will happen, and then when the Elite Eight happens, then everything is all completely different. It's not about dollars; it's about points. So, it is about dollars, of course, but it is head-to-head competition, and the rules are a little bit more different. Meaning is that in the Elite Eight, you are allowed 1 decline. But that decline is only a $2 offer. That's it. $2 offer. If you get a $2 offer, you get 1 decline in the Elite Eight. Otherwise, you don't. Everything above $2 has to be taken. So, but here, even in the playoffs, you have to take every order. So now with that $5 here, if that was all Michigan got between now and 6, then they would be tied with the next 2 teams, which would be Northwestern and Michigan State. So if nothing happened between now and then, Michigan would still be in it, being tied with the other 2 teams, Northwestern and Michigan State. So, like I said, being here in Rushville, we don't know what's going to happen. It could be slow. It could be good. Who knows? That's why we're here. Rushville is the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen here. I've had good days here. Some days I did better here than I did in Shelbyville. Last summer, I think there was like 2 or 3 times I came here, and I did better here than I did in Shelbyville. So, like I said, anything can happen. Anything. Yep, so $5 to start. We got Uber on. And also, we're going to be having Uber Shop and Deliver offers too, because now that we're in the playoffs, Uber Shop and Delivers will now take effect. So I got signed up for that. So I don't know if I'll get anything here now or not, but just to know that that is in effect now. So Uber Shop and Deliver. I couldn't do that in the previous in the regular season because I couldn't do it in the middle because that wouldn't be fair to all the other teams that already went. But now in the playoffs, it is acceptable because the regular season's over. It's now the wild card. But my big thing about tonight is my team against Miami, Indiana against Miami. That game right there, that could be the biggest game for Indiana in their history. The biggest game for Indiana in their history. And I think one of the reasons why, another thing too, was some of the places that we have here, that could pick up. I mean, it could pick up for USC in the later on. So, but remember the rules though. If Michigan was to get nothing else between now and 6, again, they would be tied. USC would have to tie another team, even if they beat Michigan. If they don't tie another team, they're eliminated. So that's how the Rushville rules are. If you win, the losing team cannot tie another team. Because if they do and you don't tie, and that winning team doesn't tie another team, the winning team is eliminated. So, yeah, it seems like crazy rules, but it makes sense because, the whole reason is to, in these wild card, is to keep tying if you cannot catch the leader. To be in the Elite 8, you must have at least $162. Now, of course, that's going to go up because Maryland and Penn State have to battle each other at 162, but they're the last two, in the Elite 8. So it's going to take more than 162 to get into the Elite 8. So all these teams that are at the bottom with Maryland and Penn State having to go, it might look a little bleak. That's the reason why they got to keep tying. If you keep tying these other teams, then you continue. Otherwise, your season's done. So 162 is the cutoff. It was a really good season. I mean, for the season to have 5, and I mean 5 groups of 2 teams to tie, really means that Uber really made a big difference in a lot of these dashes. I mean, I got to say that I really appreciate Uber in what they did. There were a lot of dashes that Uber was $50, $60. Uber's been incredible. I mean, yes, they've given some really awful offers, but for the most part, the higher you go, the better it is. So, but yeah, I want to, we get, the whole point here is to, I would say after 5 o'clock, I would say would pick up. Oh, we got an order. All right, 650 going 1.6 miles at Wendy's.
Drive south.
Okay, so we're going to Wendy's. All right across the street. Okay. This could be good, guys. It really could. It's a possibility. It could be good. $1.6 miles. I say that's awesome. This could be really good. All the vets for the battle. Hey, Modesta, welcome in. Yeah. Didn't see you up there. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's go. This is what I enjoy so much about the Big Ten Conference. It's just that with this conference, there's never a dull moment. Anything can happen. And all the battles, even in the basketball games throughout the years, you know, there's no game that's a cakewalk unless they just play bad. All right, I'll be right back. Another reason why I like to come here is because they're a lot nicer and do things better service-wise when it comes to presenting the food. They seem to care more here than they do in most of the other places that I've dashed at. Okay, let's see here. All right, so verify. Okay, I can't verify the items because all the bags are sealed. So okay. All right, now we're going to 5th Street. All right, here we go. Yeah, the very first time I dashed here, I was extremely impressed because, they seem to be a lot more friendlier here than they are in some other places that I've dashed at. And this guy here that put this order together, he took his time, he organized it, and he made it look like, and he made it a lot easier for me to want to be willing to take it to the customer. And that's nice. I like that.
Drive west, then turn left onto North Main Street.
Okay. Some places here, they're very big on service, and I'm huge when it comes to service. So these guys are doing a great job. Hey, Tornado, welcome in. Yeah. Welcome in, Tornado. Welcome to the wild card Big Ten Dashing playoffs. If you're going to do a job, do it well. Exactly. That's what these guys are doing. Yeah. Like I said, they seem to care more here than I've seen in other places. I mean, I can't say that for every place because there's always a few exceptions. But for the most part, most everybody here has been very friendly when it comes to service. But I like it here because one of the reasons why I like it here, you can get order after order. If the orders keep coming in, you could do orders all night long because it's such a small town. Yeah. I mean, if you want to think about Mellencamp's song, Small Town, well, this is it right here. And when you go up and down, the street down here, it's the home of the Lions. You'll see a lot of lion statues hanging around here. So you'll see them all throughout. Okay. Hey, there's California Line Dash. Welcome to your dash like you. I'm listening, though. Okay, well, be glad. Yeah, I say appreciate you listening in while you're dashing. Everybody's got to make a living. Everybody's got to dash at some point. This is January, and we got tax season coming up, and everybody's trying to make up for the money they spent last month. So, yeah. I certainly get it. I absolutely get it. But the main thing about doing it, though, Cowboy, hey, welcome in, Cowboy. Appreciate you joining. Thank you. Yeah, we're here to, we're just in the wild card playoffs right now. Who's going to win? The hunter or the hunted? The hunted is already getting started. This will be $11 after this is delivered. So, okay. Not 5 o'clock yet either. So they'll still have a little over an hour. Try to get as much as possible to try to tie another team.
401 West 5th Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the left.
All right. Should be right at the end of the street after the stop sign, I think. Yeah. Okay, we'll let them come through. Yeah, it's very nice to drive through here. I really like driving through here. It's real nice. I really enjoy it. If it wasn't cold, it'd be a little better, but it's nice that, no clouds in the sky up in this way. We're going to have a nice little sunset.
6173. USA is on the left.
Okay, so it's his first house right here. Okay. All right. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right. So we're at $12 right now. Now see, it's for the being $12, had that been, well, it's a little bit, it's like well, no, it's not quite 12. So 11, 127, so 138, that would be Washington. So if nothing else, if Michigan didn't do anything else, they'd be tied with Washington. So, like I said, the whole goal is to try to tie another team to keep going. Then you got Minnesota that's next. And then I think after that it's Nebraska. Okay, so, all right. Go back this way. Hey, Vicky, welcome in. Salty, welcome in. Appreciate you all being here. Yep. See, welcome to the Rushville wild card playoffs. Michigan's already starting with with $11. And all it takes is just a little bit to try to tie other teams, and they're trying their best. Say, hey, Zoran, praise to be. Hey, welcome. Yeah, tell us in Minnesota. Yeah, well, like I said, Minnesota is they're still in. They just need another team to tie them, just like they did last year, because that's how they got to us. That's how they got to the runner-up position last year. They had 2 or 3 teams tie them, and then they were able to get to the championship game. So that's what your whole goal is here in Rushville, to continue to tie, so you can continue to go. And then once all the teams are figured up, and the Elite Eight is confirmed, then it gets a little bit different. Then the fun begins, just like the regular tournament. 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5, just like that, just like the normal NCAA tournament. You have to win or you're done. Okay, it's a clean slate. It does not matter what your scores are. Your score only matters for that day. It is not cumulative. You have to win against the team you're facing or you're done. Just like the tournament. Hey, Money Vegas man, welcome in. Probably could have picked a better place to turn because, well, it's kind of hard to see around that pillar there. Let's see. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay. Boy, that was nice getting those 2 orders just like that. And I can sit right over there by those restaurants, and there they are. Still not 5. We're at $11 right now, and Michigan is tied with Washington at the moment. Jeff Young too. Oh, hey Jeff, welcome in. Appreciate you joining. Thank you. I think you were here the other day too. If you weren't here the other day, I say thank you for stopping by again. I certainly appreciate it. Yeah, you guys, everybody, you're all welcome here. This is this is just so much fun to do this, and to be alive all the time. See, welcome in Indy. Yep. See, Indy's really the focus tonight. I mean, even though we got the playoffs going on here, the big focus is in Miami tonight. The biggest game of Indiana's history is tonight. They're in Miami. Only thing is, they're on the Miami Hurricanes home. It's not really their home field, but it's in Miami, so it's basically their home court. So Indiana's got their work cut out for them. But remember, and I've heard this from a lot of coaches will tell you this: you win your best games on the road. You win your best games on the road. A lot of coaches will tell you that. It's one thing to defend your own turf, but when you go into someone else's turf, and you can win, that's how you win your best games, especially if it's against a rival team. A lot of coaches will tell you that. And you have to prepare. I mean, it doesn't matter, whether you're going against a 1-16 team, or if they're tied with you at 15-0, you still got to prepare the same. You got to prepare like that 1-15 team, is just like a 16-0 team. You still have to play. You still have to prepare that way. You can't just go into a playoff game, or a championship game and act like it's that you're going to come out the victor. You can't play that way. You got to treat it just like it's a normal playoff game where you're playing against someone who's a lot who's basically has the same record as you. Even if you still have to play that way. You still got to play like that. Because a lot of those high-seeded teams, especially in the NCAA tournament over the years, how 15 seeds beat 2s. The 2 seeds were, thought that they had it much easier against those 15 teams. Well, there's been several 15 teams over the years that have shown something different because the 15s were ready to play and the 2s were not. And you could tell by watching the game how that was. That the 2 seed, the players on there, they thought, oh, we're playing a 15 seed. Oh, we can, we can really beat this team. Well, if you're not on your A game, you will get beat. And, you can't go into these games thinking that it's going to be easy, because I guarantee you it's not easy. And Indiana has a coach, I'm pretty sure, that's going to remind his team of that. Another order. Well, it's not very good. It's Taco Bell. It's $2.60, but it's 0.8 miles. So
then turn left onto Riverview Drive.
Okay. All orders accepted. It's a terrible order, but Michigan will take anything right now. But that 260 will have them tied with Minnesota. So, yeah.
North Main Street, State Route 3. Then, in 700 feet, 1709 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173, USA will be on the right.
Okay.
1709 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 6173, USA is on the
I
right.
haven't even made the turn yet, but you're still saying that. All right. All right, here we are at Taco Bell. All right, be right back, guys. See, they had a pretty big order for $2.60 now. That was a little bit of a wait for that little money. All right. Only made $36 this morning, having to come back out to work. That's all you made was 36? That's it, Queen? Oh, here. I don't know if I can read that receipt, though. Let me see. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. All right. Wow. Yeah, man. 36, that's all you made? Okay. Okay, it's rare when I go on a street other than a numbered street here to deliver, but we got one here. It's only 0.8 miles, so let's find out where it is first. I gotta go all the way around because I can't go around that way. That's a lot they ordered for that little bit of money. But it's all orders accepted, so it is after 5 though, so maybe it might pick up. All right, let's see here.
Drive east, then turn right.
All right. Yeah, it was.
Then turn right.
Yeah, they had a couple of box orders they had to put together, and then something else too. It was an order for
Turn
3.
right onto North Main Street, State Route 3.
Yeah, with some drinks. Okay.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Conrad Harcourt Way.
Yeah, there's some weird names now. Yeah, they're different names though. It really is. It's nice to hear different names for a change.
Turn left onto Conrad Harcourt Way.
I'm willing to bet that I think USC is going to have a Pizza Hut order, possibly 2, maybe. Especially with what's going on in Miami.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto North Cherry Street.
Okay, you might want to wait there. Yeah, I hardly ever come down here. Also get a late start. You go back to just taking every order on DoorDash where you don't when you don't. Oh, okay.
Turn right onto North Cherry Street.
Yeah, I know for a lot of schools, if there was a snow day, some of them had to make today up. They did in Shelbyville.
In 800 feet, 1236 North Cherry Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the left.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been on this street. Or if I have, I came from a different way and not that way. Man, this is a little tight squeeze here, I think. Let's see. It's going to be a very tight squeeze. Real tight. If my mirror would have been lower, I wouldn't have made that.
1236 North Cherry Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the left.
Okay. Let's see. I think the Domino's guy. Yeah, I think he's right there. You know, is it? Yeah, it is even. I think I'm right where you're at there. Yeah, I'm right where you're at. I don't want to have to pull in front of you. Okay, well, I guess I'll just pull over here since he's not going to move. Okay. Now he moves. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. I'm sure you heard all the barking back there. While I was getting ready to do it, I'd go up to the door, and then all of a sudden, I guess they smelled the food and started barking. So, it's all right, though. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, it's not a lot. It's 3 orders, but, $14. So, as of right now, if they weren't to get anything else, they're tied with Minnesota. So, you gotta go back and take all the orders, ready to keep your points up. Yeah. See, that's the thing, now it's not just, this is everything now. Quality rate, everything. Yeah, you got a quality rate now, on-time rate, acceptance rate, customer service rating. Yeah. Yeah, it's, there's a lot that you got to keep track of now. An absolute lot you got to keep track of. But you know what? I guess it's what it is. Oh, somebody's getting nailed there. Some indie gig life action. Hey, we got an order. Yep, he's stopping them. All right, Dollar General down there. I wouldn't keep driving if I was you, man. He's stopping you. Okay, we got $4 shop and deliver at Dollar General, and it's 2 miles. So, yeah. I don't know what he was continuing to go for. Clearly, he was stopping him. I don't know. He just kept on driving. That's not a good thing. You can't do that. The guy doesn't stop, decides to run away. He's going to jail. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if the police car doesn't have a siren on, and you're the only car in front of it, you better believe that you're the one that's getting pulled. And if you don't stop within a reasonable time, you can get a lot more than just a ticket for that. I mean, Indy would know. Yeah, I said Indy would know. I said, would that be considered? Would that be considered resisting, Indy? I mean, you would know those terms. I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but I know that or fleeing or something. I don't know. You know those terms. I don't. So, I'm just guessing. But that was dumb. I mean, just dumb. All right. Let me go in here in Dollar General. It's only 2 items I got to pick up. Yeah. All right. Yep, 2 items. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. Fleeing of they want, and I said, love a good evading challenge. Yeah. Oh, he just kept going. He had a chance to stop right over by on a curve, but no, he decided he went on ahead and turned. That was real stupid. You stop right there. If he has to stop in the middle of the road, you got to do what you got to do. I said, you got to comply. You just got to comply. Okay, let's see. Not too far from here. Where is this at? Okay, this is right on 3, so I'm going to have to pull in I'm going to have to turn off on a street apparently to get this one because it's right on the main road. This is just like the infamous Jefferson Street in Franklin. All right.
Drive west. Then, in 100 feet, turn left onto North Main Street.
Yeah, 3 here is just like Jefferson in Franklin, just like that. You cannot stop on the main road. You have to pull off somewhere.
In a half mile, 913 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the road.
Hey Charles, welcome in. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, we're doing DoorDash Uber Eats wild card playoffs right now between Michigan and USC. Michigan is going right now for another 30 minutes, and then USC will begin theirs. So it's a head-to-head competition. I said the winner continues, and the loser is eliminated unless if the loser ties another team and the winner not, then the winner is eliminated if they tie another team. Now, if both teams tie another team, then both teams still go on. They just don't battle each other anymore unless they do. I get to add what I make during your dash for Purdue, right? Well, Indy, I've been more than fair to you. As a matter of fact, that day, I even started the dash, earlier than normal so you could get that one order that went to Rushville. I started that dash like 10 minutes early for you. So that's part of the reason why you got that 195. So I've been more than fair to your team. Yeah. Plus, you got that $15 tip. That if I didn't say something...
913 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the right.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to pull right here and walk across the street. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. They're sitting at 146 right now. Only 3 away from the duo of Rutgers in Oregon. They're tied at 149. So, sorry I had to park here, but I had a delivery and I can't park on the street. Okay. Yeah. But truthfully though, Indy, but I really was, more than fair to your team. I did start that dash early, because that order, that White Castle that went to Rushville, that was over $20. So, I did start that a little bit early for you. So, yeah. I mean, all these bottom seed teams, that are going right now, it's going to be really hard for them to. I mean, even Iowa couldn't catch up to you, and they had a great day. They had a fantastic day. They was 3 short. Yeah, your watch was off. Well, no, it wasn't off. I mean, I just started it a little early because the reason why I got that, and then I went ahead and started it because, I couldn't pass that up. It was $20. Yeah. Was it 20, 22? I don't know what it was, but yeah, if you go back and look at the tape, it was $20, and it went to Rushville, but, I couldn't pass that up, especially because it was an Uber. So, yeah, I couldn't pass that up. That was a good order, even though it seemed like it went to Rushville. I'd go back, but still, it's rare. I make $20 in more than 1 hour. I made that $20 in like 40 minutes. Yeah. Hey, Carol, we're in Rushville, Indiana right now. Yeah, this is Rushville. This is playoff time. That's what it is right now. This is the playoffs, Big Ten dashing playoffs. We got Michigan going against USC. Michigan is going right now, sitting at, let's see, they got 19 from there, so they're sitting at $146 right now. And they got 27 minutes to go. So we'll just sit here and wait. I would say between the time that I started right now, even though it was four orders for this, for this amount. It doesn't seem like it's very good, to dash here, and normally I don't dash here. I'm only doing it now because of the playoffs. And, it's still a little early yet. We're going to 8 o'clock, but Michigan's only going to 6. So, what time did it start? It started at 4 o'clock. Yeah, it started at 4. So, yeah. Yeah, it started at 4. Michigan's had 4 orders, but only $19. So, but one of those orders was $2.60, and that one there was 4. Then I had a 5 and a 6. So, yeah. I do have Uber on, but you don't get very many Uber offers here. I do have Uber Shop and Deliver. I do have that on, but I haven't received a Uber Shop and Deliver yet, though. So, but yeah. So we'll just see, what happens right now. It says here, Save-A-Lot. That's a Shop and Deliver. Then Dairy Queen right here next door. That's where the last orders came from. So they say, it's the previously busy hotspots. Well, I don't call that hotspots. I call that where the last orders came from. You could park there, sit in that and say, it's a hotspot, and it's red and all that, but it's not a guarantee that you're going to get an order from there just because they call it a hotspot. I don't trust that. I don't believe in that. I just feel like you just go with the flow. I mean, if you're driving around or you're close to something that they think that you're the best candidate for, then that's when you get it. Not necessarily because you're at a certain hotspot that they only call where the last orders came from. So, but $19 right now. So, let's see, 24 minutes to go. So, yeah, 146. So they would need 3 to tie Rutgers and Oregon. And then the next one is Nebraska at 155. So those are the next ones. And then, of course, then the next ones after that is to get into the, is to catch the 2 at the Elite 8. Remember, 162 is the goal, at least right at the moment it is. But that's going to change because Maryland and Penn State do have to battle one another. So that is going to change. So the goal right now, especially for these lower seeded teams, their goal is to tie. If they don't tie, they're pretty much going to be out. So, but that's what the wild card is. It's that wild card. It's that way in football. It's that way in play in basketball. It's that way in baseball now. Wild card. You have to win to keep going. And same with the NCAA. The play-in tournament. Every conference has a play-in tournament. Even if you did poorly through the season, if you do well during the tournament, you could get there. Case in point. The Big Ten tournament in 2000 when Michigan State won the national championship. Illinois was not one of the teams that was picked to go to the NCAA. The only way they would be able to go to the NCAA is if they beat Michigan State in the Big Ten championship game, and they almost did. They would have been an at-large team. They would have gotten in, by the automatic bid had they beat Michigan State in the Big Ten championship game that year. But, Michigan State pulled it out at the end, and Illinois was on the outside looking in. But had Illinois won that game, another team that wasn't at large would have been out of the tournament. So, yeah. You're heading to your part-time to take 3 pharmacy runs on your side gates. One is a mother route I run. More money. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I was surprised to hear that Queen only made $36. And yes, it is a holiday, and a lot of schools were out, and unless there were those that had a snow day and they had to take the snow day. So I get it. I know Shelbyville. I mean, I noticed buses running in Shelbyville today because there was they had a snow day makeup. I knew that because there was those signs that are in front of the school. It said that makeup day on the 19th. So because normally they would have been off, but it said snow makeup day on the 19th. So that's how I knew when I saw buses today. So that's how I knew. Not every school district honors that, but a number of them do. And I guess Shelbyville's one of them. So anyway, let's see what it says here. I don't know what it's saying. What is this? Hang on a minute, guys. I don't get this. Uber sent me something. I just don't know what it was they sent. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was I gotta find out. I gotta look at this message again. Oh, we got an order. Oops. Well, look what we got here. Now that's a good order. We got Tractor Supply Plus and Pizza Hut. All right. Okay, well, let's go to Tractor Supply Plus. Hey, that's a pretty good one. All right. Okay. You're on a staycation? Okay. Yeah, that's going to be, that's pretty good there. That, Michigan could use that. Yeah. I don't know if that's 2 or 3 customers, though. So Tractor Supply Plus, which is right here. Yeah. So that will at least, So at that point, $16. What did the customer? Okay, I gotta know. The customer said something. What is that? Hey, Queen 77, welcome in. All right. Okay, I gotta check. See, I gotta check something on Uber, guys. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, don't send that. Okay, what have we got? Oh, they just want cat food here. Okay. All right, be right back. Boy, a really big thing of dog food to carry out here. Room here so I can put it up here. All right. All right. Oh yeah, receipt. Okay. Okay. That's 36-pound. All right. All right. Okay, now we go to Pizza Hut. Okay. Let's see. Is there a way? Let's see. Can I get in that parking lot there and then just walk up there instead of driving on the street? I think that'd be easier. Yeah, we'll just park right here. That's what we'll do. And I can just walk right up there. All right, I'll be right back. All right, well, it took him a while to get that pizza done. Now, here by the rules, though, since it's already past 6 o'clock, not only does Michigan get that $16, but USC also gets that $16. I still got a couple things to get. Okay. All right, let me get this pizza thing here. Okay. All right. All right, now I gotta take a photo of my pizza bag here. Should be good. All right. That's out there. All right. But that is a rule, okay? Since I had to wait for this order, and not only does Michigan get that 16, but USC also gets that 16. So, yeah, that's okay. So now, oh, they're right down the street here. Okay, so I'm going to have to go around here. I can't get out that way. I'm going to have to go out this way here. Yeah. Yeah, they're just right down the street. They could have walked over there and picked the pizza up themselves, well, unless it's further down, but they still probably could have walked. But who's going to walk in this cold weather? I know I would. I'm not. Okay, yeah, I can make it. All right. So hit the directions here.
Drive west, then turn left onto North Main Street. Turn left onto Conrad Harcourt Way.
From Panama City, Florida. Welcome in. Yeah, something big's happening in Florida here soon, and that's the Indiana-Miami matchup.
In 800 feet, 320 Conrad Harcourt Way, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the left.
So it's this hotel. Okay. All right.
320 Conrad Harcourt
it's this
Way,
hotel.
Rushville,
All
Indiana
righty.
46173. USA is on the left.
Don't look like there's too many people in this hotel. Yeah. All right. Oh, they may be here watching the game or something. I don't know, or on business or something. I don't know. Okay. All right. What room number are you? Let's see. All right. I won't say what it is, so because I'm not at liberty to. But yeah, we'll go ahead and take care of that, guys. All right. I'll be right back. got a lot to carry, but hey. All right, got that done. Hey, Queen, making 28 bucks off this triple batch order. Oh, okay. Yeah, I make the 16, but it took they went past 6 o'clock on that pizza order. So like I said, Michigan's done with theirs. Because it took a little long, but I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. It was a pretty good size order in there. So, but the rule is, if you go past the time on one team, that team that goes next, they also get credit for that order. So they both got credit for that order. Yeah. There will be those who will say, well, why don't you divide it in half? No, it doesn't work that way. It was that way last year. It's that way this year. If it goes past, both teams get credit. So, yeah. All right.
Drive west on Conrad Harcourt Way, then turn left onto North Main Street.
It's rare when I do
turn left onto East
it's
7th
rare
Street.
when I dash in the dark here in Rushville, but we are this time. Yeah. Okay. So now we're turning left on down here. Okay. So instead of going right this time, we're going left. All right. Yes.
Left onto East 7th Street.
Yeah, because of that Pizza Hut order, this guy's getting his getting his cat food later than he should. But hey, they do give a leeway for shopping orders. I mean, some customers understand, some don't.
USA will be on the left.
Some customers are okay with it, some aren't. It just depends. I think I was just surprised the other night that one customer where I had their order in the car for 35 minutes, during the Minnesota dash, I was like, I'm surprised. They never called and asked where their stuff was. They never called or messaged or anything. I was surprised at that because I had their order in the car for over 35 minutes and the DoorDash kept coming. So I was really surprised at that. Now,
418 East 7th Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the left.
Okay, so right here. Okay. Oh no, it's the small house over here. It's that small house. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay, there should be enough room for somebody to get around. All right, I'll be right back. And guys, we're going to have a three-way tie here in a minute. I'll explain. All right. Check that. Okay, so they had $37 and you add that to $127. They have 164, so they're two more than the ones at 162. So Michigan has $164. So right now they're still in it. Okay. But USC is starting with 16. So, all right. Hey, welcome in, Colleen. Welcome in, Sonny. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it gets pretty interesting about right now. Yeah, we're in Rushville tonight. So, yeah, you see all kinds of different stuff. Well, we're in a different town, at least tonight. And all throughout the playoffs. So, yeah. Yeah, I got a weird message from Uber that I got to check out later on. I haven't had an Uber order here, and I'm going to, later on after I get done here, I'm going to find out what's going on. So, because it had to do with a message from the other day that said something about pictures. You know, Fran got it and I got it, and it's like if you don't take a picture fast enough or some kind of thing, they say that, you know, there was a report about account sharing and stuff like that. No, it said, you know, there's no account sharing here. So I got to find out what's going on with that. Because I had to say, review, find, you know, ask, they, you know, I said what, you know, they want to find out my rebuttal on it as to why that report was. They wanted me to explain certain stuff, and so yeah, I'm gonna have to get with support, and I'm gonna ask them, you know, hey, you know, there was no fraud committed here. There's no, you know, account sharing or anything like that. So I don't know why I got this message, and I want this message to be eradicated because there was nothing wrong. Yeah, they sent it to everyone. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Indy, you could probably protest that if you want. The fact is that, if it goes past the time, the one team gets it, but the other team also gets it because it's going into their time. So it's only fair for both teams to get that, to get it. So USC is starting with 16 right now. And Michigan has posted 164. So they're 2 ahead of the 2 at 162 that are battling for it. So for now, Michigan is still in it. Yeah, that's kind of stupid, though. I mean, you don't take a picture fast enough. Please. Unreal. Yeah, just unreal. Like, I just, it's like, why would they send it to everyone? I mean, it's like we're not trying to commit fraud. I mean, the only reason why they sent that to me was because, well, when I tried to take the picture last time, they said that my full face was not in the, in the circle, and they wanted me to, take a better, then it was right after I took that picture. That's when they sent that message, right after that. And I thought, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong here. I did absolutely nothing wrong. Why are you sending me this? I mean, all you did was ask me to put my full face in there, and now you're saying I'm account sharing because I did that? Really? Hey, Bill, welcome in. I'm going to test something here real quick. Okay. Here, we'll just... All right. So I just restarted. What is this one here? Dominoes. Okay. So the only shop and deliver. So the only place right now that's lit up on Uber is Domino's. But who's to say I won't get a Domino's offer? I might. I mean, it's 6:30. Let's see. I think the total they have at the end of all the dashes, their total, then the tie dash winner gets that seed. So if you're 6 seed, the winner gets 6, the loser gets 7 seed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the way that we're doing this, though, Indy, is that if like I said, if the loser ties another team in Rushville, if the loser ties another team, if that happens, then and the winner does not tie another team, then the winner's the one eliminated, not the loser. So, like, Michigan posted 164. Okay. But if USC ties another team between now and 8 o'clock, then Michigan's out. Yeah. Even if Michigan beats them, if USC ties another team, they get to continue and Michigan's done. So that's how this is. Right now with the 16, they're sitting at 143 right now. So, but I mean, I see your point, but yeah, this is yeah. I still, though, Indy, I still don't think that anybody's going to catch you in Iowa. I mean, the only ones that would be Illinois and Indiana. Those would be the only two teams that I think they would catch. I don't think Penn State and Maryland are, they're still over 30 behind. As you can see, Michigan just barely got over 30. So I don't think you'll have any worries with them. So it's like I said, it's only 2 hours. So, but Michigan did make $37 in 2 hours. So they got 164 right now. So they are currently in 7th place, and the other 2 teams are tied for 8th, but one would have to be eliminated. So I mean, it sounds like a complicated thing, but it really isn't. You just have to look at it. Let's see. This is Tuesday. Laugh out loud. It's Monday. Yeah, Monday. We're going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow too, because tomorrow would be Northwestern and Michigan State. So I did put on my post that we were going to do this, weather permitting. I mean, it's pretty cold, but it's not doing any precipitation. So, and I think it'll be okay with precipitation. No precipitation tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I said that we would be starting it today, and man, I said, let's see. So they've got an hour and a half to go. 4 below, wind chill is 15 below here in Iowa. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, we're going through a cold thing, and then right now they're watching. Right now they're watching. All the broadcasters, they're watching this major snow event that is on the way. I mean, it's almost a week away, but they're thinking it's going to be a really big deal. But like I said, it's so far away, they still don't really know yet. But I mean, it could be, but I'm not going to let worry about. Well, look at that. Indy just got it. Yeah, Indy just got on there as a that should make you happy there. All right, let's do that. Let's go ahead and play that for yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we should have some more orders coming up here. I mean, it is 6:30, so it's funny, you've been talking really a lot about Indy and talking to him a lot. Well, the thing is, he's kind of thinking that Purdue's getting the shaft. That's what that is, Queen. That he's thinking that Purdue's getting the shaft, and they're not getting the shaft at all. We're in the playoffs right now. There's all kinds of things. There's all kinds of scenarios that can take place. I mean, right now, the wild card, all it is right now, all these teams that are at the bottom seed, all they care about is tying. They're either tying or getting into the position of 8. That's all they care about. Michigan is there. But the thing is, I mean, USC still goes until... So, yeah. Now you have 2 memberships. You have 2 memberships? Yeah, I just like giving a hard time. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So, but like I said, anything can happen here, guys. I mean, the thing is, Dean's got Illinois right now. Dean's got Illinois, and Terry has Indiana. So when those two face off, We got to see what all this weather is going to do. It's probably going to be February when those two face off. So when that happens, yeah, that ought to be interesting because it's going to be 1989 all over again. It's going to be basically, it's going to be Nick Anderson versus Jay Edwards all over again. That's what it's going to be in that dash. So that's going to be a fun one. That is definitely going to be a fun one. And with it being in February too, this January slowdown should be done. Because some people probably around that time will be getting their tax checks back. And when they get their tax checks back, then what will they do? They'll be spending. So, but yeah, I'm just enjoying this. I just, would enjoy it more if we could get another order here. Yeah. I mean, I just think it's amazing that I get more orders between 4 and 6 than here it is after 6 and not getting anything right now. So that, yeah. Speaking of which, here, Indiana's going against Michigan, I guess, in basketball. So, yeah. Big day for Indiana right now. The Miami game tonight, and then Michigan in basketball. Yeah. I think for the Indiana basketball team to have any chance of getting into the, into the tournament at all this year, they got to beat Michigan. They have to. Around Valentine's Day would be neat. I think it's going to be close to that. Because if this snow comes in like they say it's going to, then it's going to wipe out the weekend. So it would wipe out the weekend. Then you're into February. Because, yeah, honestly, it's going to be interesting on which team wins. Yeah, well, I mean, but still, though, we still have Northwestern and Michigan State to go. Then we got Rutgers and Oregon to go. So, yeah, and then we got Maryland and Penn State. So there's, 3 more days that need to go before it gets to Illinois and Indiana. Barring any of these other teams tie someone else before it gets there. So if any of these other teams tie, then those teams will go first. So it may be Valentine's Day or after. Who knows? I mean, I know USC right now is just sitting there saying, hey, what, 16, 16, we got the $16, but that better not be all we get. Yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah. Yeah, that better not be. I mean, this is basically dinner time right now. And I know everyone's gearing up for the game. Just like that last house that I took that $2.60 Taco Bell stuff to. Yeah, I mean, they had a big order, and then they had ordered Domino's. So, I mean, like I said, that was a pretty big order for $2.60. But, it is what it is. You get all orders accepted. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I just like the idea of the fact that, if, the two teams battle it out, but if a team loses, but yet they tie another team and the winning team does not, the winner's the one that gets eliminated. So, okay, so I went ahead and paused it. So what I might do here, if I don't get anything shortly, I'm going to go ahead and drive down here so you guys can see what it's like here in the evening time. I hardly ever, drive down here in the evening time. I mean, I think most of the time I've been out here through the summer, and I would always be driving back when it was, when it was the sunset time. I mean, it's rare when I'm out here. Maybe if I drive by Pizza Hut, maybe I'll get another one. Who knows? I mean, I like the idea of getting that, that 16. I hope there's another one of those. And my shopping rate is really good too. So, they Save a Lot is one of those here. Of course, Dollar General, Tractor Supply, any of those. There's Kroger here too. So there's Kroger shopping orders possibility. So yeah, we just won't sit here. We'll just drive around. Maybe I'll get something. We'll see. They got to add to that 16. Because like I said, those who have never seen Rushville, this is what it's like here. Real small town, but it's easy to get around, and you can get the orders to the people real quick. That's the only thing I like about it, is that you're able to do that. Lifetime listener. No, we don't do that, lifetime listener. We don't do burnouts here. We don't do burnouts here or any other town for that matter. That's just not something we do. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to yeah, sorry I have to hide you there, but yeah, we don't do that kind of thing here. So yeah. There's other channels that I know would be proud to do something like that, and you wouldn't care when anybody thought doing something like that, but this is not one of them. So last order to drop off. Okay. Yeah, I've never really seen the lions statues out here at night, so you guys get a chance to see. You know, those of you who have never seen the lion statues out here, you get a good chance to see them when I'm driving around here to see if I might get something. Because maybe I need to drive on this side of town to get something from down here, because there is a Casey's here, there's a Hardee's here, Kroger's here, of course. I thought that was something. Nope. Easier to save law-abiding citizen. Well, that's what you got to do. Yeah, you got to be that way. Yeah. I mean, who has money? You know, I mean, unless you were so rich that you didn't care. You know, who has money to be doing something, you know, stupid on the road, and then having to pay for it, you know, via ticket? No, I don't do that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, basically, you're out here, you know, when you take your test and your driving test, and you're doing it with your instructor, you're making a vow to that instructor that you are going to be a safe driver at all times. Now, do a lot of people, you know, do they follow that? And a whole lot of people don't. They just do that, you know, and say, oh, I got my license, so now I can do whatever I want. Well, yeah, you can do what you want, but the thing is, you got to understand that there are consequences for things that you do that you shouldn't do. And if you get caught doing what you shouldn't do, then there's consequences for that. And is that the consequences you want? Probably not. Unless you had enough money, you just said, oh, it don't matter. Or, you know, I got enough money, I can do, you know, I can give it away. Well, a lot of us don't. A lot of us don't want to have to pay something unnecessarily. So we'll drive down here. Now see some of the statues that are right there. A lot of them are down here. There's one right there in front of that building. Yeah, they're big on their lions here, because that's the school mascot. Okay, we'll just drive down here around the Kroger area, pull on that parking lot and see if there might be anything here, because Casey's is down there. So we'll just sit here in the Kroger parking lot for a minute. Yeah. Say, insurance. Let's say, you know, well, Bill, You want to talk about insurance going up? I said, I had my insurance go up over something really petty. For the simple fact is that when I hit that deer a few years ago, okay, I don't know if you were here when I told that story. When I hit that deer like 5 years ago, I called my insurance adjuster and told him what happened. And when I explained what happened, that person said, well, the deer wasn't at fault, sir, you were. So yeah, I was like, and then when the police officer came out to to investigate, I told him that, and gave him my insurance card. I said, well, they said that my insurance adjuster said that it was my fault. They said, yeah, they said that they said, literally said to me, the deer wasn't at fault, sir, you were. And so he just did like a slight chuckle. He's like, really? And I said, yeah, that's exactly what they said. So anyway, so then I come to find out later on, when my insurance bill comes, I found out that I was, because, they claimed it was my fault and counted it as an accident, as a, like an accident hitting another car, even though it was a deer. They counted it as me hitting another car and not a deer. So they raised my rate $200. And I said, no. I said, and I just, I called them up and I said, your $200 rate, you can have it. I'm canceling today. And that's exactly what I did. I canceled my insurance that very day. The day that I got that notice, I canceled it immediately and then went with someone else. And the someone else I went through is who I still have today. So, yeah. I will not mention who, with respect to him, I will not mention who that is, but yeah, you never do business with people like that. I mean, I literally, when I, to talk to the BMV and all that, to say, what, I said, they claim that, that a deer is the same as hitting a car. The insurance counted it as hitting a car and not a deer. So, I mean, still it is DNR and it still is, a wreck, so to speak. Yes. But it's different when there's an animal involved that, that you can't help because it's running in front of you, than it is, you hitting that, like you rear-ending a car or something. That, that's kind of what, I don't know if that's what they said it was, but, it was almost the same. All right, here, I got all right. Sorry, but yeah, I was on the phone, Sonny. That's why. Yeah, I was on the phone. That's why. All right, we're going to stay here. We're going to move around. Goodness. Well, here, let's see, while I'm waiting on this here, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I said, I'm going to do something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. All right. Dog streets or cat's litter. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's drive on down to the other side now. And you got Hardee's right here. It says that Hardee's is one of the spots that just, yeah, so, but that's, all right. Yeah, for me, it would be cat's litter that I would have to buy. Yeah, cat's litter is what I would have to buy, so, because I got 3 of them. Plus this contest too also affects the cat contest also. So this whole tournament that's still going on, it will still affect the cat races as well. So I mean, Little Tiny has the lead right now. But with the others are Tiger's second, but Tiger's moving on up. If his teams can can tie and get going, then there's a possibility that Tiger can make a run. Little one's still got a long way to go though. The only bad one for Little Tiny was UCLA. Getting only $113, but little Tiny has Purdue at 195 and Iowa at 192, so that's why Little Tiny's in the lead right now, is because of those two, and Wisconsin also at 171, and Illinois at 173. So Little Tiny's got 4 teams that are up there. All right, let's hope we can get another order here. I mean, I know it's Monday night, but I'm all of a sudden getting good orders before 6, and then after 6, nothing. I mean, you would think there'd be some pizza orders. I mean, back there was Casey's. There's Domino's right there. Yeah, it's just real crazy to go here to Rushville and not have any orders from 6 o'clock on. I mean, this is dinner time now. We're it's like Roy said that one time. Where are the orders on either platform? There's pizza, and then McDonald's. I mean, usually McDonald's is pretty big here. I had a McDonald's order earlier. I don't know. So far, it's not looking promising for USC. USC might be eliminated. Certainly looking like it. Yeah, it seems awfully quiet here too. It usually is quiet though around 7 o'clock here. Sometimes when I park here after 7, I might get a Subway or that burrito place up here. All right. Okay, we'll sit in our little spot here. See if we get anything. See. Hey, Mason, welcome in. So there's a appreciate you joining, Mason. I thank you for joining. I just wish we had an orders going right now. I mean, I can't believe that it really slowed down this much. I mean, this is dinner time, and we're here in. I mean, to even get this, all right. You know, for me to get this shift, to get this today, I had to, even as platinum, when I tried to log on the first time, it said that, the zone was full, and it's like, I'm platinum. Why can't I get on? I'm a platinum driver. Zone is full. So I mean, it made me have to just schedule a dash for later, even as platinum. And I was like, what on earth? Oh man. You're from Australia. Hey, all right. It's 11 a.m. here. It's 7 p.m. here. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, Mason. Yep, that's what we're at here. Welcome from Australia. Doesn't matter to Bundin Eye anymore. Yeah. Yeah, if they didn't get that $16, they'd be sitting at zero right now. I guess, during the second part, when I changed the thumbnail to the second part of the USC dash at the end, it's like the Wolverine was telling Tommy, I said, you gave us a second life now to whip you in Rushville. And that looks like that's what they're doing. I mean, here they're sitting at 143 and Michigan's sitting at 164 right now. And right now we got, and the time is running out. I see where you, okay. Oh, never mind. Someone changed, okay, yeah. Anyone can dash now. Yeah. Well, that's true. Anyone can dash now. It was like, it was like the zone was full. It's like, man. It's certainly looking like that, I'm almost thinking now that that you can dash between 4 and 6, and then after that you can't. It slows down to nothing. I mean, this is crazy. It's almost as if now, if those teams that are on the left side of the left side of the thumbnail, seems like they got the advantage now. This is unbelievable. Let's see, it's been an hour now, and it's been an hour, so no, not quite an hour, but yeah, it's not quite an hour. All right. I remember thinking might have delivered. Let's see. Okay, I think that's what, if I remember right, I think it might be reserved for those who have way more deliveries in the last 30 days. So I've got a lot of deliveries in the last 30 days. Yeah. When I'm not at my W-2, this is what I'm doing. Between this and Uber. Now, I'll be out in the morning, and if Indiana can pull this off tonight, I'll have a special dash for that before coming out here and trying this again. So, yeah, I'll have a special dash for that. So we just got to wait and see. You know, if I see that Indiana is gonna do it, then I will put a post out, and we'll have a special dash tomorrow. So that's what I really would like to do, is have a special dash, because I mean, this could be the biggest thing to ever happen for for Bloomington, Indiana, for the football team to do something they've never done. But it's just like the saying, if you want something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. And winning a championship is something Indiana's never done. So, and the funny thing about it is, like I said, I mean, seeds don't matter in this too. I mean, Ohio State was a 2 seed. And they went against Miami, a 10 seed. Miami meant business, and they took care of them. But now it's a little different here. Okay, hold on here. All right. Yeah, I was just checking a message. That's the reason why I had to do that. I was getting messages and I had to check it. All right, I'm going to move around here. It's I cannot believe that that's this slow. Okay. Hang on, guys. I'm getting messages here, and I need to check something here. Okay. Well, I've got some things that that I've got to take care of right after it's done, but probably going to have to do it before then. So at that point, if we don't get anything here within the next, we're going to give it at least another 10 minutes. You can't dash now? Oh. So we're going to sit over here, and we're going to see if we don't get anything here in the next 10 minutes, with what I have to do. USC might call it and let Michigan win it. So no, you can never dash. You can't even schedule? What? Okay, we're going to sit in this lot here, and we're just going to wait a few minutes. Okay. Because this is just way too slow, guys. You know, I'm not going to sit here all night and not do anything. So we're just going to sit here for like another 10 minutes, and if they don't do anything, then USC is going to call it and let Michigan take it. So, yep. All right, let me answer this message here real quick. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to answer this. I said, yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I have not had an order in the last, in over an hour. So with the game coming up and everything, I think all right, sorry about that, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, well, okay. All right. Okay, well, the way it is right now is with what I got to do and the other game coming up, USC has conceded and has let Michigan win the battle. So because I got a couple of things that I got to do before the game starts, so that's what we're doing. So, yep, that's how we're going to do it. So, so the winner of the battle, due to concession, is Michigan over USC. So, all right. So, with that being said, maybe we'll have a better day tomorrow. I mean, with the game starting though, because I'm going to see the game. That's why we went on ahead and did it. So, yep. So Michigan is the winner of the first battle. So, and they have 164. So now USC and UCLA are both eliminated. Because that's ridiculous to sit for over an hour and not have an order, especially when all the orders came from 4 to 6. To not have an order between 6 and 7:15, yeah, that's not getting it done. I mean, you might as well have said that they got 0, because they kind of did. So, yeah, that was not good. I mean, you don't make any money sitting around for an hour doing nothing. I mean, I know it's a small town and all that, and it could be oversaturated. But with this being game night, especially one of the biggest games of all time, I don't know how there couldn't have been any more orders than that. And plus, it's really cold out here. It's 11 degrees here. You would think people wouldn't want to go outside and do anything, and they would be ordering all kinds of stuff. But then again, it's a Monday too, so. Maybe Tuesday will be better. Who knows? Oh, well, man, that's crazy. Over an hour with no order on either platform. I mean, it is hard to get Uber orders in, let's see, yeah, this is where I need to turn. Yep. Well, at least you'll get to see the ride back. You get to see what it's like to go from Rushville to Shelbyville back. At least you get to see the country road. You at least get to see that. But dinner shift Tuesday? Yeah. Tomorrow? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think I would have stayed out a little bit there, Dean. But for the fact is, no order within an hour. That's not good. That's not good. So USC had to concede and let Michigan take it. So tomorrow night it'll be Northwestern and Michigan State. Northwestern will go first. Since Northwestern was the second team to reach 132, they go first. The only reason Michigan went first was because they were the last place team. That was before UCLA did. So since they were the last place team, then they had to go. They went first. But now, since Northwestern tied Michigan State, then Northwestern's going first and Michigan State's going second. So maybe it'll be a better day tomorrow. Maybe it will. But that's a long time. Almost an hour and 15 minutes. A long time without getting an order. And I know it is slow in January, but I didn't think it'd be that slow, especially on a night like tonight, with one of the biggest games ever to be played. I'm just like, man. Yeah. Well, nobody picked USC anyway, so, it's kind of good that they're already eliminated. But Michigan was picked. Ma Dukes picked Michigan. So they're still, so right now, as of right now, with their 164, they are in the Elite Eight without Penn State and Maryland, without their dash. So I said hi earlier, we're not sure you saw me. I said, oh. Yeah, I think everybody's, in and out with dashes and stuff. I mean, with it being, I just think it's slow for a lot of people right now. I just think it is. Because everybody's getting all their tax stuff together and, getting that in so they all can get their refunds back. Plus, everybody's still recovering from all the money they spent last month. So, I can see that. Yeah. But, it was still fun. Just even for, that short of time. How many orders did they end up getting? Let's see. They had Wendy's. Let's see. Yeah, they had McDonald's first, then Wendy's, then Taco Bell, and then Tractor Supply and Pizza Hut. So they ended up with 5 orders. But anyway, this is the drive back. So this is State Road 44 from Rushville going back to Shelbyville. First time I drove this way, you saw a sunset. Well, sun is already set almost an hour ago. So yeah, but still, it's a neat little drive. Right now the focus is on Miami. That's what the focus is on. Seeing if Indiana can get it done. Yes, like I said, should they win, there will be a special dash tomorrow. Special early dash. Then, of course, the Rushville dash off between Northwestern and Michigan State. I mean, $36 though in 2 hours. That's more than what I normally make on a normal. That's what I normally make in most places. I make $15 an hour. That's more than $15 an hour in 2 hours. That's $18 an hour, and that's Rushville. So, I mean, sure, that one order was $16, but even so. To make $18 an hour in Rushville is pretty good, considering a lot of places that they have a lot more restaurants and stuff, and a little bit bigger towns. Making that, I'd say is pretty good, considering. So tomorrow's Northwestern Michigan State. Of course, big time weather permitting. I don't know when this so-called storm they say is going to hit. Because if it really wasn't going to amount to much of anything, Saturday would be. Let's see. Hey, how you doing? How's it going, Tammy? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm heading back right now. Yep. So weather permitting, then it would be Saturday. Saturday is Rutgers and Oregon. And then Sunday would be Sunday. Yeah, exactly. No more snow. I agree. Totally. And then Sunday would be Maryland and Penn State. Go Sunday. Or no, wait a minute. Am I getting ahead of myself? No. Let's see, there were 5. Yeah, Rutgers. Yeah, so. And I'm not trying to get ahead of. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. I know that. Oh yeah, the Illinois and Indiana is later. That's right. Yeah. Northwestern Michigan State and Rutgers, Oregon, and Maryland. Yeah, hopefully we can get all those in this week. Yep. Hopefully we can get all those in this week. And then the real biggie is Illinois, Indiana. It's Nick Anderson and Jay Edwards kind of in a rematch. I think that's going to be the one that's going to get the big hype, and I think that one should be either a Friday or a Sunday. it's got to be one of those days to where it's huge. It's got to be a Friday night or a Sunday night. It's got to be. But yeah, right here, this nice little drive coming back from Rushville, and I got to go to the store real quick and pick up a couple things, and then take it back, and then I believe the game will be on. So, yeah, guys, this is huge for Indiana. They've got to. I could have gone to the game tonight, but I mean it's 11 degrees outside, and everybody's. I mean, those that are brave enough, they're going to be going to the Memorial Stadium in Indiana to watch the game. I don't know who would want to be outside in that. I mean, I know I wouldn't be, but they're going to have concessions going, almost like, they're playing the game in Bloomington, only they're watching it on a gigantic screen. But, I mean, it's almost like you're attending a home game when you're, everybody's going to be at that stadium. Who wants to sit outside in that? I thought it was going to be at the, Assembly Hall, but nope, it's at the stadium. I mean, in 11 degrees, who's going to sit out there? I'm not. I mean, there's a lot of brave people that'll do it. I mean, there's brave people that will go to a Chicago Bears game or a Green Bay Packers game, in the snow, and real cold. I mean, those are some loyal fans that'll do that. But Indiana, I mean, like I said, I'm proud to say with the way that they've played this year, I'm so glad that I went to that school. I'm so glad I did. I was so glad that I was in the dorm when Keith Smart made that jump shot to win the 87 championship. I mean, for something like that to happen again tonight, I mean, when that happened, I'd never seen such excitement. I mean, it was just crazy. I mean, you want to talk about crazy, on steroids. That's exactly what it was that night. I mean, as soon as that clock hit 0 and Brent Musburger said Indiana wins the championship, I mean, doors flung open, cheers. Everybody ran out of their dorms. Everybody ran out into the parking lots. And it was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Car horns were honking and fireworks, and it was unbelievable. Look over the campus part of last night and this morning. Oh, man. I will never forget that. I never will. I mean, it was the most unbelievable thing I'd ever seen. And then, when they came back, from the airport, I mean, of course, they had it locked to where you couldn't see. When you went to the airport, and the team got off the plane. I mean, it was crazy there too. That whole week was something else. Because that was a Monday night when it happened. call it March Madness or anything. Yeah, I know it was a March Madness, but it was April. But still, March Madness, absolutely, yeah. But the thing is, I mean, it was a neck and neck game. It was. Both teams were really good. Syracuse was a very good team. It was a really good team. Yeah. I honestly think UNLV was a better team than Syracuse was, because I think UNLV would have beat them. But it's just that, Bob Knight had that... he had that coaching thing in him that said, we can beat these teams. You just got to act as if you're playing from behind the whole entire game. That's how he coached. Because if you acted like you played from behind, you played harder. That's what he wanted from his team. You didn't play like that. You sat on the bench until you watched how everyone else played, and then he was saying, like I said, if you want to play in this game, you better be playing like that, or you'll be right back here. He didn't play games. You either played or you were on the bench. I think Signetti's that way too. You either play or you take a timeout until you're good enough. 1 minute till game time. Yep. Gonna go get my groceries, and I'm gonna get my thing on, and we're ready to start. Yeah, old Sebastian, the Miami mascot, thinks he's got this in the bag, but we're gonna show him that he doesn't. We'd like to see Sebastian with his hands on his beak the whole game. That would be funny. I'm telling you, man, I really would like to see this happen again, even though I'm not at Indiana, at Bloomington right now. I can only imagine. Can only imagine. Yeah, but we're not calling it, but when it comes to football, though, we're not really calling it March Madness. I guess we call it either November or December Madness whenever the playoffs start. For November, it's a different month. Because you got to wait all those weeks to get to January, and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day just to get to, oh, wait a minute. I got an Uber request. Hold on a minute here. No, thank you, Uber. That was $2. Right. Nope. Right. No thanks. $2 to go 5 miles. I don't think so. Nope, not doing that, Uber. Nope. And we're not in town, so it's not. It doesn't count anyway. They already conceded. So, all right. So I gotta go here. Yep. Yeah, $2 for 5 miles. Yeah. Yeah. No. You already know that that's that person's a non-tipper. There's no way that they're going to add a tip on that one, because I mean, and that was a Taco Bell order too. It was $2 for Taco Bell. Yeah, you know, if it's a Taco Bell order for 2 hours, you know, see, there's no extra tip on that one. We all know that. So. Okay, well, I've got to go in here and go pick this up. Got a truck sitting here. All right. Wow, there's not very many people here. I'm surprised at that. I guess when they knew that maybe everybody was here yesterday or something, nobody's really out here tonight. And it's only 7:30. That's amazing. All right, well, let's see. Yeah, I'm amazed at this. I figured there had been more people here. All right. All right, well, guys, I got to go in here and get this, get this shop done. So, everyone, say, to those of you that watch the game tonight, I'm going to have my eyes glued to that. So, we're going to try this again tomorrow night for Northwestern and Michigan State. So until then, as I always say, I will see you in the future. And remember, we're all in this together.